Haha, finally, I'm done! And believe me, it's been crazy trying to finish this while also balancing everything else I got in life. Don't tell him that, let's jump right back into Gabay's in a mod, okay? Present day, Side B. In a spooky Ponyville, Laverne and Shirley are discussing about Rico, the main six, and Spike. See, buddy, I remembered. Ah, yes, I'm sure poor King Rico is plotting something noble that would defeat us. It's the same thing with him every day. Leave my poor ponies alone. I'm gonna throw up this defense shield so you get bored and go away. Blah, blah, blah. It's getting old. I'm ready for a new challenge. Might I recommend try playing a MOBA like League of Legends? I hear it's quite challenging, especially with a community just as toxic as you. If only I had more time with my other self, I could have beaten that spell to her world out of her. But wait, in the last issue we saw that if one version's hurt, the other will feel it too. So wouldn't that mean that by hurting Celestia, you'll only be beating yourself? Clearly Laverne not only has Chrysalis' nastiness, she also has her poor planning skills. Perhaps it would be wise to spy on the newcomers for a bit? See what they know? Stay to the shadows. I know, you're probably a pestering big sister in both worlds. Yeesh. Hard to say since Celestia did banish her sister to the moon for 1,000 years. We return to Rico and the gang as he tells them that when our Luna became good, there surely became evil and has been downhill since then. Now I have Sir Discord looking after the Northlands and Chris is looking after the South. I'm alone in defending Canterlot and the surrounding areas. Sir Discord? Chrysalis? I think it's best not to think too hard about all this. But, what if this world doesn't make 100% sense? I need to record it all for posterity. Our world doesn't make sense. Why should this one? Who needs continuity? Oh my, I think I found one of those points of contention that I hear a lot of. And if I could be frank with you, Miss Cook, I'm okay with this decision. I can roll with it. However, you must know that for every one of me, there are 9 others who are the mindset that continuity is law. Rarity asked Rico how he met Celestia, and at first he's bashful to tell them, but Rarity and Fluttershy keep begging him to tell him, and he lets up. Well, it was a long time ago, long before any of you were alive. Even Fluttershy? Wow, that is a long time ago. Burn! In the past, Rico's castle. You know, with how many flashbacks there are, I should have also made this into a drinking game. We jump back to when Starswirl and Celestia were in the dungeon waiting to meet the king, and it's here where Rico first met Celestia. It would seem we have much to discuss, as you carry striking resemblances to a pony I already know. One, I'm sorry to say, I do not care for much. Huh? I'm Princess Celestia. And I'm hungry. Feel like feeding an old stallion? And do you accept senior discounts? So in this world, Celestia's a villain? Fascinating. You don't seem to have villainous bone in your body, do you, princess? Me? Oh no, Now that's just rude. You don't go around asking me what kind of bones they got in their bodies. Our Celestia, a bad pony? Never! She's about as pure and good as a diamond. I can see that she's quite the gem.
Deserves the new and improved 2 snaps, a twist, and a kiss.
Ha! Another fan of wordplay. I'm gonna like you, Rico. Say, what is this stuff? I like it. Surely you have coffee in your world. Not yet, but load me up with all you can spare. It grows on trees. We have trees. I can grow this on trees and have it every day. Another cup. 6 sugars, please. I don't think his Stallions' age can handle that much caffeine. Quick, someone get that away from him before he goes into shock and kills over. Celestia tells Rico that she finds his kingdom lovely and would love to see more of it, so Rico offers to give him a grand tour when someone comes in and it turns out to be the mayor of my dreams. Huh? Oh, right. A dragon can dream! But on a side note, I really do love they gave this Luna a different design to help tell them apart, and I especially love the Greek theme to it. Or is it Egyptian? Why, you're a double of our own sister, but your visage is sweeter. How lovely! Luna, I haven't seen a smile on that face in ages. Never could set up to our Luna. She's been a curmudgeon. Come on, kids, let's paint the town. I'm most confused. Just go with it. So Rico and Shirley give him a tour all across Camelot, from the water fountain to their laboratory/operating room. I'm not gonna ask. Starswirl and Celestia give him a magic show, and they get to meet Discord, or as he's known as, Captain Good Guy. And they end the day at Rico's 4th annual Samba Fest and Chili Cook-Off, and we see Celestia and Rico dancing the night away, with Celestia wearing a lovely red dress and heels, and Rico in a dark blue disco suit. And with a setup like this, it would be a crime if I didn't. Hit it, boss! As the day draws to an end, the gang heads back to the portal to say goodbye, and Rico tells them to return whenever they have a chance to. Of course, I'd love to see you, more of your world. Until next time. Good save, Celestia. You don't want to make it too obvious you like him. Until next time. Once back on their side, Starswell raves about this new discovery and everything that they found. However, all that Celestia is preoccupied with is wanting to go back and see Rico again. Back to the present, the Equestria we know and love. After that, anytime Starswell talked of going back, I insisted on accompanying him. And then, after you were gone, I started to go through the mirror without him. He didn't know for the longest time. I felt so guilty. When did you first notice that the world's becoming connected? Starswell did. The more we travel through the mirror, the more we notice parallel changes. Little things. Cooks deciding to make the same dish in the same day. Starswell will borrow a book from Rico, and another book here would go missing. Actually, that last one was on me. I actually borrowed those books and just never returned them. I wonder what the return fee is those now. So after that, Starswell and Celestia promised that they would limit their trips through the mirror a few times a year and not bring anything back. However, it's at this point that Celestia and Rico became a couple, and she didn't want to let him go, so she would make secret trips behind Starswell's back, but he did find out, and this put a huge strain in their relationship. Back to the past? Celestia, did he see you? No, he didn't, but I think he's starting to suspect. Shh, don't dwell on it. He was talking about the paradoxes we were creating again. He made me promise. I'm breaking a promise, Rico. We haven't seen each other in months. We're spacing our visits so carefully, and you're here for such a short amount of time. It's fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. After all, how could what's between us ever cause any harm? You want to tell him, or should I? Now come, we only got this brief moment together. I have something I want to show you. This place is amazing. What is this place? It's a wishing garden. It's a custom My Ponies. You write something on the card, something you wish for, or something you're thankful for, then you tie it to the tree in hopes that will come true, or in hopes that you can hold on to it. When you think the night has seen your mind, that inside you're twisted and unkind, let me stand to show that you are blind. Wow, that just got deep, and especially how with Price's artwork of the garden, you can just see so much detail like, wait a minute, it's that dude in the suit who was talking to Twilight from part 1. What's he doing here? Who are you? Who do you work for? Tell me your secrets! I've never had much use for this place. I never wanted anything. Until I wanted to bring you here to help me write my wish. Rico, Surely you know how to write. I'm sure I can teach you if you don't know. I can write. Well, you didn't have coffee. How can I trust you have quills? Now please write. I wish for you to forever be my always. Please put down your hooves, 'cause I see you. Always, I'll be your mirror. Those aren't tears. My eyes are just getting really sweaty is all. I have to go. I wish you didn't. I know. When Celestia returns, it is at this moment where Starswell sees her and they have their fight and he closes the mirror. I didn't get to say goodbye. I have to. I refuse to believe that we were brought together only for fate to separate us. Well, it depends. If fate was Greek, then yes, this is exactly something that would happen. That's right, Greek Pantheon. I'm a-calling you out. I have to reopen that mirror. Starswell isn't the only one that knows a lot about magic. Thank you for offering to take care of the parasite problem in Philadelphia, Starswell. It is my job, Princess. I'll be back in a few days. Okay, I know this scene is meant to show how neither side is forgiving the other for what happened and how that is sad and all, but all I'm thinking is, seriously, Philadelphia? You've been having a parasite problem for 1,000 years? What is this, a yearly problem? If it is, why don't you guys just move or something? Let's see if this works. The spell does work, and Celestia joyfully runs back to Rico, but the panel below shows us the damage that this is creating. Back in the present, side B. Rico is feeding the gang with the little amount of food they had left and goes on to explain that back then everything used to be so green and bountiful. But then Laverne and Shirley had taken to destroying everything like Pegasus cities which now lie in ruin and can no longer produce any rain, which in turn makes it impossible for earth ponies to no longer grow anything. You mean there used to be cake here and now there isn't? Unacceptable! It's...
Inconceivable. 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 Inconceivable!
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Ah, I remember, Cake. What was that? Don't mind me. I'm just a shadow minding her own business. Rico fears that another fight happens that will drive out the remaining citizens, so Twilight asks him where the sisters are. Ah, yes. Tell them where to find us. Is anyone else hearing this? Sadly no, my scaly compadre, because the script mandates that they don't know so we can have our big fight in the finale. Rico tells him that while the castle of the two sisters in their world is in ruins, Laverne and Shirley's version is still around and is in the air-free forest outside of Ponyville. Ponyville? I don't even want to think what it must be like in this ghastly place. Ahem. Real smooth, Rarity. Real smooth. Why haven't you just locked them up in your scary dungeon? Yeah, you're a unicorn. A king unicorn. You must know some kick-flank magic. Everybody was magic fighting. That king was fast as lightning. My magic ability is mostly defensive, protective shields and the like. This sounds a lot like Shining Armor's magic. I wonder if this is a gender thing, like male unicorns' magic is more defensive while females is more offensive. Quick, theorist, get to it. Fluttershy asks Rico about the deal that Laverne is offering, and Rico tells him that she wants to know the spell to travel to our Equestria, and in return Celestia can stay with him forever. The idea of the rich and fertile world to conquer is too tempting for her. Very tempting. You know, I think this place might be haunted. Who are we gonna call then? Okay then, let's just leave that one alone then. I finally got accepted to the Rift Cafe, and I'd rather not be kicked out due to flame wars. Rainbow Dash and Twilight are both confused as to why Rico won't accept the deal, till Twilight realizes that if he did, then our Equestria would be doomed to the same fate as Rico's kingdom. Not only that, but Rico doubts that Laverne would keep her end of the bargain. So what are we gonna do to save this place? If we can't hurt these two lowlifes, what can we do? Throw them a party and hope that cheers them up? Nobody can be evil after they had my cherry berry upside down cake. It's true, that cake changed my life. Personally, I'm more into donuts, and I think if you gave them infinite donuts, then everything would be solved. Never! I will never give up on my dream of the infinite donut! I don't know. That's why Celestia sent you 7 to me. She knew it in her heart that you would be able to find a way to save this world. Twilight thinks it over and comes to the conclusion that to defeat Laverne and Shirley, they will use the Elves of Harmony to imprison them in crystal. This has the added bonus of not only containing the threat, but leaves them unharmed. That way Celestia and Luna won't be injured. A toast to you all. We'll set off at once for the castle of the two sisters. Drat, crystal might just work. Hey, the ghost thinks it's a good idea. Glad to see you're making new friends, buddy. Later that day, as Rico's donning his armor, Twilight comes in and asks for guidance on being a leader. Rico, however, tells her that from everything he's heard about her, she's already a good leader to her friends, but Twilight doesn't really see it like that. No, that's nothing compared to being a princess. We've had a lot of adventures, sure, but what's that in comparison to this? It is not nothing. Your friends look to you for help, for guidance. And I look to them for the same things. It is a lucky pony indeed who can rely on so many friends. This isn't how I expect my life to be. You knew Star Swirl. What was he like? As smart as they come. That's funny. Do you think I'm like him? Very much so. I can't tell if it's a compliment or a burn. Well, he's always been a hero of mine, but so has Princess Celestia. Two very wonderful ponies to model oneself after. If you could pick being a normal pony or a leader, what would you pick? Twilight, I am both a normal pony and a leader. I may be king, but I had to earn that title for my subjects, as did Celestia, as did you. I'm sure had Star Swirl sought it, he had been a king among ponies. He certainly was to me. I do like the idea of an Alicorn Star Swirl. And on that note, fan artists across the globe made their own renditions of Alicorn Star Swirl. My best advice to you is, whatever kind of pony you are, be a good one. That's not very helpful, is it? A little, thank you. I really do like this moment because here we get a small look at the type of guy that Rico is, and we can see how he's been able to stay as king, and how he won the heart of Celestia. Once Twilight leaves and Rico's alone, he begins to feel melancholy as he opens a small box which contains Celestia's wish note and places it inside his armor. And as if by fate or coincidence, Rico and Celestia both look up at the night sky and say one word. Always. Ah, Shirley, what have you found out this time? Everything I needed to hear. Let me tell you how they plan to imprison us. And let me hide under a rock, cause now I find you two quite threatening. Oh Andy, you always know how to make ponies look terrifying. And thus we come to the end of part 3, and sadly this video, but come back with me next time as we cover the finale of Caballeros el Amor. I'm Vals and I hope y'all are having a good day. Look at this crown hooves! Oh my!